Welcome back to Stasis Geek. Star Wars. Star Wars Celebration is upon us. Yeah, and it used to be nice, and I'm going to say that. It used to be great to actually put Star Wars in Google and have a look at some news. Now, you put Star Wars in Google, you kind of get into Disney. I don't know what Disney are doing at the moment. They're literally spitting on themselves. Let's just say that. That's the best way you could talk about Disney. But Star Wars, we've got the celebration coming. Now, they normally indicate quite early on where it's going to go because of their dropping little sneak things and then the toy announcements. Now, we've got the exclusives, yeah, from Hasbro, Legos, blah, blah, blah. They've got the pathetic, yeah, £10 watches that you probably can buy for $100. And then they got some comics. Then they go into like the Mandalorian. Okay, we got some. You're gonna get a new helmet. Yeah, and then you got that. Now, if you look at this, there's hardly any focus on anything except for one thing. Now, this is going to be the announcement. Now, you're going to get the announcement, probably a teaser trailer. I'm guessing that is ready. Just exclusive, a 20-second clip of the Acolyte. Get everybody interested in the Acolyte. I'm not interested. But there's one problem of what they're going to announce now. And it stems back is because if you look at franchises, let's take a great franchise that's doing amazing at the moment and they know how to drive a story forward, is the Harry Potter. Yeah, Harry Potter has delved into other things. But what happened to Harry Potter? Harry Potter, that story is done. And it's done well. Now, there is an announcement on that. I might have a video on it. Not too sure yet. Is they're going to might delve into one of the books. Now, it doesn't say they're going to delve into Harry Potter. It just delves in one of the books. So, that's it. But the story of Harry Potter is done. And it was done in a way that it drew a line in the sand. There you go. Harry Potter done. What Disney haven't done, they've not addressed the 50% of the fans that went, more than 50%, that went, I'm done. The sequels destroyed my dream of Star Wars. Then you've got the next lot. We got that, went to that, and you can't argue because the numbers say it, who are watching Star Wars. And I mean Star Wars as a whole of Andor, Mandalorian. Let's go, that was the last two. Andor was worse than She-Hulk, numbers-wise. What? Exactly. Mandalorian has dived into this abyss, started, and people just gone, I ain't watching this. What is this? You know, because it's like season 3. It's, okay, let's get it this way. It's annoying for me having to pause it every 2 minutes to explain something to my girlfriend who's a normie, what is going on because she didn't watch the Clone Wars. Yeah? So, or the lore of the man. What does this Mandalorian armor mean? What does that blah, 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 blah? Who's that? Who's that? You know, it's just kind of, they didn't think about that. So, but the one thing they haven't addressed ever is that 50%, I'm being nice here, is 50% of who are watching the Mandalorian want one thing. And one thing only, is that show, because it's good for the fans, is to fix the sequels. Fix the Skywalker saga. Yeah? Now, I don't think they're going to do that in that. I think if they're clever and they want to bring back fans, and we've had, you know, Rey might be coming back, you know, moment, is they could do it in the Ahsoka show, The World Between Worlds. Maybe. Really lazy, really low on them. Because they're low because it's a punch below the belt. Because what they're doing, again, is not addressing their failures. And it is a failure. The sequels was a failure. Not that it just, you know, didn't make the money it should have done. It lost the fan base. Hasbro, are up for sale because nobody's buying it. Nobody's buying what should be the new Star Wars thing. It's just they do not care about Star Wars. The fan base they were aiming for just was like, oh, look at that. I'm great. I'm happy. Well, I'm checked out. Yeah. Obi-Wan, nobody talks about it. Andor, nobody talks about it. This Mandalorian season 1, nobody will talk about it because it's going nowhere. You know, Bad Batch season 2 kind of went nowhere. It just, we're having a new one. And it was Dave Filoni's fault of season 1 and season 2 of the Clone Wars nearly being cancelled. And it was only Cartoon Network came in and went, hold it, you need to change it like this. But what they're doing now, Star Wars Celebration, the indication of where we're going. Now we're going to get the teaser for the Acolyte. You might even get Ahsoka. But one thing they're going to announce, and the one thing that's been a failure since the books released, nobody's buying them. And I mean nobody. If you're one of the lucky few who love it, well done. But in the grand scheme of things, these books should be selling, you know, not the Harry Potter numbers. Don't be silly. Let's put 20% of that number. But it's not even that. It's dreadful. The numbers are selling for the High Republic. Nobody reads them. Of course, nobody. But in the grand scheme of things. So, you look at Star Wars Celebration. And what are they pumping out? Disney, Lucasfilm published first marketing of the New Republic. They have the New Republic over the Star Wars Universe Ultimate Guide now. Front and center, the New Republic. If you scroll down again, the New Republic figures. Wow. Okay, scroll down. They started using the logo influence of the New Republic. And then we get right down to the bottom. And there's a new book. Random House. First marketing of the New Republic. Now, these books aren't selling. And they're going to lead with these. Let's say, I'm going to go for a film. I think this is it. Because Star Wars should have been films. Yeah. You could do 5. Boom. The fun, the mystery is going to the with Star Wars. It's got that epic music. It's Star Wars. It's not a She-Hulk. But so where are they going? They're ignoring the fix that they need to fix. Why? Because why? Own up to it. Bring back the fans that used to buy everything, used to watch everything. Now they're pissed off. Now you're going with the High Republic. This is going to be the announcement of our first High Republic. It's not exciting. One, unless you're a Star Wars fan, you know there's High Republic out there. Yeah? If you're a book fan, you know, you got the books, you might collect them. But if you're a pissed off fan because of sequels, you know about it, you don't care about it. So your 50% is lost anyway. But most of Star Wars fans are not book lovers because it didn't originate from books. It originated in the movies. So you've degraded it to books, to TV shows. And then you've gone, let's not fix the problem, not address the problems. We're going to release something that's fouled. And then think it's going to go anywhere. No, this is boring as. If you release the High Republic, you've just taken it down an avenue of Star Wars that's going to foul again. Because, one, nobody cares. And I don't mean nobody cares as nobody cares about Star Wars. Nobody cares because you've not fixed the problem. You've not addressed the problem. And anybody who says, oh, you're a bigot, you're such and such, you don't know. Rian Johnson is the best. Rian Johnson's just been cancelled because he would lose money because they lost that much money. So their theme parks, the Star Wars part of it, is always broken. Nobody cares about it because it's First Order. The hotel, gone. Mandalorian numbers plummeting. Nobody cared about Andor because it shouldn't have been Andor. You know, it's just boring after boring. You know, it's the season 1 and 2 of Clone Wars gonna get cancelled because it was boring. For the fans, we love it. If you know the lore, you love it. But now you're going away from the lore. You're going to get the acolyte. That's going to change Star Wars. And I mean change Star Wars as change... Why are the Jedi there? What is the Jedi? And it's going to go down this route. That 50% to that 50% has now gone to that. And all you're going to have is the shouty, screamy people going, oh my God, I love it. Can you tell me about Star Wars? I what? No, I can't, because it was in the moment. I love things in the moment, and I need to talk about things in the moment. And then I move on to the next grapefruit. Because it's not in the moment. Whereas Star Wars fans will argue about A New Hope. Argue about Attack of the Clones. Argue about that minuscule moment in that fight where what would have happened. There's your fans. They're the ones who buy. What is Lucasfilm doing? They're ignoring everything. They're just going by the drips and drabs that Disney tell them to do, because they're hoping if we announce the High Republic, then all these books that are we not selling, people might start buying. And they're wrong. They are completely wrong. You have them on the shelves, they're not buying. They ain't going to be bought. And doing the High Republic, yeah, it's a big mistake. But well done, Star Wars Celebration, because that's where it's going. And it's a shame. It's just, you know, we moan. I moan lately because we want it. But we could. Most Star Wars fans will see an avenue to go down. That would be absolutely amazing. Give us the Mandalorian Wars. What? The Jedi versus the Mandalorians. Well, where did you come up with that idea? No, we're going to have the High Republic, the sexual adventures of the acolyte, you know, degrade everything to the point of trying to make sense of why Rey is a Skywalker. Because if you can justify that, you might get more fans in. No, because every time you bring something along, it's losing the numbers. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't think it is. I think this is probably going to be the worst. Yeah, they're probably going to be the worst. I'm going to go for this is the worst celebration. Everybody like that was boring. Because what have they got? Yeah, you might go, ooh, let's, you know, Ahsoka. Yay. That's it. You got Ahsoka. An announcement. Sexual acolyte. That's it. You know, you got one of those. Nobody cares about. You got the other one. People are like, whoa. Don't F with law. And then Ahsoka. Yeah, he's going to bring her back onto the Rebels. But we don't know where that's going to happen. So that is the show that everybody cares about. Because that has the greatest impact. Because in Rebels, we have the world between worlds. Now, I hate that concept. But at the moment, that concept is there. Is the only thing at the moment could bring a franchise that should be making I don't know, 10 billion a year back for making 500,000. Because that's what it's doing at the moment. It's literally in last place, catching up with everybody else. Everybody else has gone, we're fixing the problem, let's move on. Star Wars is there, right in the back. And at the moment, I'm guessing it's licking windows because it doesn't know where to go. It's introducing stuff that's a failure. Oh, look, you're a failure. Here you go. Oh, you wrote that. That was a failure. Here, have a job. Oh, look at the throw feces at a whiteboard. Let's make a story up. Writer's room are still there. This is the problem. Disney cleaning house, but they're not cleaning the Star Wars house. Why? Kathleen Kennedy might have the grips onto that, because if you go by Marvel, Marvel's in this weird place at the moment, but it can be fixed because they can move on. Just do the X-Men. Boom. Whoa. Yay. Do it right. You got your fans back. The fatigue for superheroes is not there. The fatigue of bad writing is there. And I will go into that. I saw on Twitter you have to call him idiot, because their defense for the sequels over the prequels is, would you rather have bad acting than bad writing? Everybody just was like, well, of course you would want, you want bad acting with a great story than bad writing with good actors. Because what happens? It doesn't make sense. If you have the greatest actors in the world and the story is crap, it ain't going to go anywhere. But if you have some of the worst actors, but with the greatest story ever told, it's going to go somewhere. I think Harry Potter, the Philosopher's Stone, was a true indication of that. The child actors, yeah, they're learning their craft, but everybody in that wasn't their greatest acting at the time. But the story led into greatness and going on and going on and going on. Not the greatest movie, but it went on and it's fun to watch because it had a good story basis to start with. If you give crap and you pop sprinkles on top, it's still crap. Yeah, that person was an idiot. Anyway, it's going to be interesting in a really, I think, bad way, Star Wars Celebration. But yeah, on that note, on that rant, give us a comment if you want to comment, and give us a like if you want to like. As always, Stasis Geek, out.